huge trend now of Indian students in wanting to study abroad in the
Students not really have much options for themselves
Right.
for studying into well-ranked university.
Why should I, as a student, go and study there? What's so special about you? Like, when you think of Dubai, it's very swish, it's very modern, it's, the infrastructure is just...
A 3-star to 5-star accommodation facilities.
Good afternoon, I'm Arundhati from Blue Sky Educational Services, and today I have a very important guest with us, Manish Raj, who is from Britts Imperial University College in the UAE. So welcome, Manish, to our office here in Kolkata. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for the warm welcome.
Oh, it's so lovely to have you. I'm sorry it's been raining outside, but look, we are so pleased to have you here. So I have a set of questions today with me, Manish, and usually, these questions have been collated because our students have been interested to know. So would you mind answering them from us, please, today?
Of course.
Okay,
Anytime.
great. To start off with, Manish, we've noticed there's a huge trend now of Indian students in wanting to study abroad in the UAE, especially in Dubai. So could you just shed some light into why do you think that is the case?
So as of now, looking forward for all other immigration protocols of other countries, especially US, Australia, Canada itself, which has been one of the biggest marketplaces for India, has now shutting down their immigration protocols and getting more strict towards students, especially from Indian and specifically North and East regions as well.
Right, yeah.
Due to their immigration protocols being strict, students not really have much options for themselves
Right.
for studying into a global ranked university.
Yeah.
Second major reason is the affordability factor.
Right.
As of now, if you look up to any country, for instance, any country like Australia or Canada, they have a minimum living expense of around 15 to 20 lakh rupees a year. But UAE as a country offers an affordable, not only an affordable education, but an affordable living expenses.
Okay.
And that also in a luxury format.
Right. So a lot of these factors put together is why you think Dubai has become the most preferred option for Indian students.
It has not yet been that preferred because students are actually not aware about the UAE market and their opportunities that they can get in a very affordable manner.
Yeah.
But yes, it would be one of the biggest marketplaces in the coming years because not only European universities, Australian universities or UK universities, we're also upcoming with a new Canadian-based university relationship in UAE.
Right,
we are
okay.
opening a new campus
Okay.
in UAE itself.
Right.
With partnership with RRU, Royal Roads University as well.
All right. So if I can just, go back a little bit. So could you please tell us a little bit about the Britts Imperial University College in the UAE that you represent? So why should I, as a student, go and study there? What's so special about you?
Yeah. So it's, of course, the speciality lies on the global exposure, the first major thing.
Second, sorry to interrupt you. So what are the most important programs that you offer?
So, of course, hospitality is one of the most preferred course in UAE because it is, of course, the hub of all tourism and hospitality courses. This is one of our most prime course, which is our top selling course as well.
Okay. So for both undergraduate and postgraduate?
Yes.
Okay.
For both undergraduates and postgraduate.
Right.
Secondly, of course, AI and IT has been booming sectors in all other countries.
Yes.
UAE is none other than one of the most preferred destination for these factors because you will be getting all multinational companies having their offices in UAE.
Yes.
Especially in Dubai as well.
Yes.
And same goes on with our management programs as well. Management and project management, IT, marketing, every company have their backbone.
Okay.
with management, marketing, and IT. Even
Right.
all multinational companies require some of other requirements of AI marketing
Yes.
and other factors of AI as well. So these marketplaces are very good marketplaces for students for getting a
Right.
good job and a good exposure of global market in some of the
Yeah.
multinational companies they can work on.
Okay, so you obviously do MBAs and BBAs. Like when you say talk about management programs, so you referring to the MBA programs, or
So
are you
yes,
just, yeah?
that refers to both our bachelor's and master's programs.
Okay.
We offer all specialization courses in our BBA, BSc, MBA, and MSc courses.
Okay. So thank you for that. Now I'm just wondering, say, if I were to choose to go and study at Britts Imperial, what would the campus be like for me as a student?
So see, it would be a very good and a major exposure would lie behind the practical experience which would be
Right.
given, the
Okay.
industrial visits which would be given to you.
Okay.
We have
They
partnership
are very much a part of the program, embedded
Yes.
within the program.
Yes.
Okay.
That is what makes UAE and a global education different from Indian education.
Right.
Second factor being we have partnership with a lot of 5-star, 6-star hotels, multinational companies like
Okay.
Nokia, PwC, and all as well. We give exposure to those internship programs which are being offered while students can study and do internship in certain multinational companies. See, internships are something which is not that much highlighted to students, but it should be, because in UAE you will be getting a white collar job.
Okay. So if I am to say go into a undergraduate program or a postgraduate program, I would be assured of an internship embedded within the program. That's a given, or is it an option?
Yeah. So internship is of course not embedded because
Yeah.
that relies on your capabilities on how you will be able to get those. But
Okay.
yes, industrial visits and some other parameters for practical exposures are embedded on the courses. Internships are something which we'll be able to help you out for.
Okay.
We have in-campus people of student affairs team and the placement team who would be helping them for their mock interviews, for their resume building,
Yeah.
their LinkedIn profiles, and every other factors that could easily help them for getting a good and a well designated internship in their own background as well.
Okay. Okay. Good. Thank you. So how would you paint your campus as such? Like, when you think of Dubai, it's very swish, it's very modern, it's the infrastructure is just at, the top. So compared to that, how does your campus look like?
So of course, no doubt, UAE is one of the most highly developed infrastructures, or in terms of accommodations as well. We have 5-star accommodation, 3-star accommodations available with us. Our campus has been one of the most visited campus. We have 3 campuses, one in Dubai,
Okay.
one
Yeah.
in Sharjah, and we are upcoming with a new campus in Ras Al Khaimah as well.
Wow.
So
Okay.
in terms of campus and the luxury facilities which you will be getting in any other universities, of course, there is no doubt we would be the best in terms of not only education but also in terms of facilities which would be given to students.
Yes, because when students move away from home, that's one of the things the parents even worry about. What is my child going to be? Where are they going to be living? I mean, besides studying, of course, that is the foremost thing. So, coming to the living conditions, what are the accommodations like? Does your university provide in-campus or on-campus, accommodation, or do they have to look for off-campus accommodation?
So we do have accommodation services available in Dubai as well, and
Okay.
we have an accommodation in Sharjah as well.
Okay,
That
for both.
would be a good relative easily transportation facility for our Sharjah and Ras Al Khaimah campus.
Okay.
So for accommodation, we have, of course, it's not in the campus; it's outside the campus.
Okay.
It's only 10 minutes away
Right.
for a drive
Okay.
from university to the campus. For our campuses, we provide free bus services as well for all the students from
the
campus.
shuttle buses.
Yes,
Okay, for
the
them.
free shuttle bus services for students from the campus to the accommodation and to the accommodation to the campus again.
Right.
For all
So
their
those are
lectures.
regular. They can transport the
Yeah,
students.
and that
back
is
and forth.
absolutely free.
Okay,
Again,
shuttle buses.
so that is included in your accommodation services.
Okay.
Accommodation services starts with only $450 per month.
Right.
So it's
Okay.
also not only an affordable factor, but of course UAE infrastructure is being on the top notch section.
Yes. Yes.
You will be getting a 3-star to 5-star accommodation facilities available with swimming pools, gyms, and everything available in your accommodation itself.
Okay. Why don't you have your coffee?
Yes,
Please do. I'm going to just take a sip. making you talk so much.
Yeah, it's fine.
So let's look into your tuition fees and the living expenses or the accommodation. So if you were talking to a parent, the first question that comes to my mind is that what do I have to pay? And are there going to be any scholarships or any other financial aid that can help ease the budget?
So that is one of our major USPs as well.
Right.
We have the most modest tuition fees with our universities. Our tuition fee starts at around 12,000 US dollars, but we offer 50% scholarship to all of our students.
Okay.
Upfront.
What is that based on?
That is, we don't have any entry requirement. If you're eligible for getting an offer from our university, you're
Right.
eligible for getting 50% scholarship as well.
Okay.
That means your tuition fees would start from only 6,000 US dollars.
Oh, that's pretty good.
If you count that in INR, it would be around 5.5 lakh rupees in
Right.
between somewhere.
Per year?
Per year.
Oh, that is fantastic.
That means you'll be able to complete your bachelor's in around just 15 lakh rupees. That
Right.
is around 18,000 US dollars.
Okay.
And your master's could be easily completed in around 9 lakh rupees. That is
Okay.
around 10,000 US dollars.
Right.
So our bachelor's and master fees are a little bit different. For bachelor's, per year tuition fees would be 6,000 US dollars.
Right.
In total, 18,000.
Yeah.
For masters, it would be 6,000 for the first year, and the second year would be only 4,000 US dollars.
Okay. So just to get it right, a bachelor's degree at your university would be for 3 years, and a master's is for 1 year or 2 years?
Masters would be for 2 years, bachelor's
Okay.
would be for 3 years.
Right. Okay, then. Well, thank you for that. That sort of eases every parent's concern. The other thing I would like to ask is, say, if I had to apply, what are the times of the year that the applications should be, lodged?
Yep. So I'll not only tell you about the intakes, but I'll also explain you about the admission process, because
Okay.
we are very different. We have a different admission
Oh,
process as
yeah,
well with us.
please tell us.
So basically, we have 3 different intakes. That is February, July, and October. We are
Okay.
open with all of our courses in all these 3 intakes.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Our admission process.
So that's a trimester. Do you have trimesters?
Yes, we have
Okay.
trimesters.
All right.
So now we have opened up with an admission process. It seems like once you have submitted the application to, of course, Blue Sky Consultancy,
Mm-hmm.
they'll reach out to us. There would be a small interview which would be done after the analysis is done
Okay.
on the documents. And
When you say small, sorry to interrupt you. When you say small, the university is going to interview the students,
Yes.
asking them about, what their background and everything else is.
yep. So
Is that
basically,
what it
I'll tell
is?
you one thing. We don't have an entry requirement indulged for English language test.
Oh, you don't?
We do not
Okay.
require any IELTS, TOEFL, PT, nothing.
Okay.
That is the reason we ask for an interview for students, because of course your classes will be taught in English. We
Okay.
need to make sure that the students are able to speak and understand English properly.
Absolutely.
That is solely reason we are conducting this interview, just to understand the capabilities of the
Mhm,
student, whether
mhm.
they will be able to cope up with the studies on
Yes.
the campus or not.
Very true.
So once the interview is done, it
Mhm.
would be a short 15 minutes interview, not maximum. It would be taken from us, from our student affairs team in
Mhm.
our campus. Once the interview is done, within 24 hours, the students would be getting an offer letter.
Right. Okay.
Applies the same as other universities, conditional, provisional, and unconditional offer letters.
Yes.
Once the offer letter is done, now we do not ask for the tuition fees upfront. First,
Oh.
we apply for the visa.
Oh, you do? You
Yes.
don't ask for the... Okay, tell me more.
Yep. So actually, you ask for the visa fees first.
Mhm.
The visa fees would charge you around 1,200 US dollars,
Okay.
which is additional from what it would be from your tuition fees. It's not included in your tuition
Yes,
fees
I
yet,
understand that.
because there would be different aspects in visa that includes your medical test, your
Right.
medical insurance up to 43,000 US dollars.
Okay.
There would be an application fees of small 1,000 US dollars,
Mhm.
which again we do not ask for students before the application. We only ask for the application fees once they are ready to come to our university.
Okay. So what's the application fees?
It's 100 US dollars.
100 US dollars. I know you've mentioned it, but
Yeah.
did not
So
keep it.
in 1,200 US dollars of visa fees,
Mhm.
application fees is included. Your entire visa process, that includes your entry permit in India and your visa process that would be done for your Emirates ID in USA. Sorry, in UAE
Yeah.
would also be included. Your medical test up to 43,000 US dollars would also be included in that, with the inclusion of application fees of 100
Okay.
US dollars.
Wow. I'm glad you told me that, because that's a completely different way of doing things for other countries, where you have to pay the fees first before you can go on to apply
Yes.
for your visa. So why and how long do you think the visa process would take?
Especially for Indians, it would hardly take 15 days. But of course, we do not give a tat to them.
Yes.
But Indian students have a visa acceptance rate of more than 99%.
Okay.
They hardly get any rejection. The rejection are only on the basis of if they are not physically they need to have a good medical records with themselves.
Right.
They should not be having non-curable diseases like hepatitis B, HIV, AIDS, and all. Only these factors could result in a visa rejection, or else there is a 99% visa acceptance rate, which is currently ongoing for UAE, for Indian students especially. So again, coming back to the admission process, once the visa fees is paid, we'll apply for the visa.
Okay.
We'll not give that burden to you guys as well, not to the student as well.
That is amazing.
Yeah. So once the visa is applied, within 15 to 20 days, once the entry permit, the online entry permit is given, the next step would be, we'll be sharing the entry permit to you guys, the student as well.
Yeah.
And then we'll ask for the tuition fees first installment. Then they'll pay the first installment, they book their tuition fees. If they want to book their accommodation, it's not again compulsory. If they have their relatives in UAE, they can of course take that.
You could mention that in your application.
Yeah.
Would that be would that help support the application, do you think?
So of course, in the immigration, while you'll be entering UAE, they'll be asking for where you'll be staying as well.
Yes.
So of course that would help them. But if in case you have relatives, it could work. You can just make a letter from your relatives. That would also work. If in case students who are very new to that place, we have accommodation services outside our campus, nearby to our campus as well.
Right.
With free bus services, 5-star facilities like swimming pools and all, with a very affordable factor of only $450 per month.
Right. Is that, can you just zero down on that price, or do you think there's a range of accommodation?
So it starts from $450.
Right.
Of course, if you are planning for a more luxury factor, single living, separate sharing, don't want a sharing room or something,
right,
it could go up a bit till,
right. Okay.
Like it's depend on the luxury you want. It can go up till $1,000 as well.
Okay. So the 450 that you're talking about, it's shared accommodation?
It's a double sharing accommodation.
Okay.
It's only two. It's not more than two.
All right. No, not more than two. Yeah. Okay. All right. So that is such useful information, Manish. The other thing that comes to my mind is that is there post-study work permit, or do students get to apply for jobs after they finish their degrees?
So unfortunately, UAE immigration do not allow a post-study work visa.
Right.
Okay. But they give students tremendous opportunities in all factors.
Okay.
First, of course, UAE has one of the highest employment rate.
Okay. Yes.
More than 80%.
Wow.
Which is unmatched with any other countries like UK, or even in India, they have less than 30% of employment rate. So that really creates decreases the risk factor, which is inside the heads of Indian students and parents, that they'll not get a job, they'll easily get a job. Okay. Second factor would be in UAE, extension is very easy. I have my own relatives staying in UAE from the past 30-40 years.
Right.
They've not yet got the PR, but still staying very easily, getting an extension.
Once they've had a job, and then they can stay on. Right.
Getting a job is not easy in UAE. Once you have the job, you can easily get the sponsorship letter. Even though if you have certain challenges in the beginning for getting a job, there are provisions like freelancer visas that could be from 3 months till 2 years. No question asked.
Okay. So freelancer, so you could just be working in different jobs during that time, from 3 months to say 2 years, did you say?
So that differs at how much period you want that freelancer visa.
Right. Okay.
It starts from 3 months. It could go up to 2 years as well, like extension.
Okay.
As well for this.
And I'm sure, most students get their jobs within the 2 years,
very
isn't
easily.
it?
Because see, white collar jobs offered in UAE help students a lot, because they're studying and doing internships in job. If you correlate that in India, doing an internship, usually students get a job full time in the same company where they're doing internships.
Absolutely. That's usually
that same offers
case.
you in UAE. You're working part time as an internship in your relevant field. Ultimately, if you're getting a good rapport and a good network build with the companies or the professors, you'll automatically get multiple options on the same company where you're working. So it would be not a very hectic task for you.
And I guess the best thing, I was just reading, while the job markets in other countries are shrinking, UAE doesn't have that problem.
Absolutely.
Dubai, there's as many jobs as there were before and more. So yeah, very good thing for the students to know. So if you would sum it up, Manish, what would you say my return on investment would be for a student, who's going to study at Britts Imperial? Considering that, I'm just probably just trying to ask you, so how would you sum it up for me?
Yeah.
Why should I go again with everything in place that you have? What do you think my return on investment would be?
Yep. So actually, you're not investing a lot because it is one of the most affordable and modest tuition fees which is being offered through us, eventually for all our campuses. Because if you compare that with any other countries, it is almost one third of an amount which you are actually spending on your studies. That means it would not be a burden for only the students to repay back, but also not a burden in back of their parents' mind as well.
Yes.
Because usually students who are planning for other countries take a loan and parents help them for the loan process, and later on it is a actual burden on their heads, because students actually are not getting jobs in other places. There's a crisis in part-time, there's crisis in full-time jobs in other countries. But as UAE offers you a good employment rate, the security and the risk decreases a lot.
I agree.
And the same applies for the ROI. The investment that you have made is one third of an amount which you're investing in other countries. That, see, when you have no burdens back of your mind, you're working freely, you're having a very, what to say, kind of a sorted life. So ROI has to be there, and you can get the ROI back in just a couple of years, the investment which you're actually making.
Yeah.
And if we compare that with India, let's suppose if there is a student who is studying in India, he himself would be applying and like paying around 20 lakh rupees for 3 years of bachelor's in India.
Yeah.
You're getting a global exposure in a comparatively less price what you will be spending in India. You will be getting a practical experience, which is a lag in Indian curriculum, I must say. You are getting global exposure to multinational companies. Of course, that would correlate once you're back to India as well after your studies or after working for a couple of years. You will be getting a better position to be in, because you have already read the marketplaces of global markets, not only in UAE, but you'll be also working in different time zones.
Yes.
Because you are outside of India, you have multiple opportunities over there. So in short, I would recommend, if some students who are actually planning for studying abroad, but the factor of not spending a lot is the only factor they are just backing off, that we might not plan, but they have a good caliber, they can do really good in their careers moving forward, and their parents are concerned, and they don't want to be a burden on their parents as well. This could be one of the best options
for them. Yeah.
Because these options could actually help students build their career in all aspects, not only in UAE, but eventually we give students a globally recognized degree. We have West Canada and UK NARIC approved degree.
Right.
That means you can easily get into any other countries for your jobs. Your degree would be a recognized degree, and it would be very easy for you to cope up with all their curriculum, because you have already gone through a global exposure of networks.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, true. I agree with you completely. So one last question, Manish, just to be very clear, what sort of jobs do you think students can aspire for in Dubai?
So I'll tell you very specifically, we have a very small group of options given to students for there. We don't have 200 or 150 courses with us.
Yes.
Okay. There's a reason behind that. We have selected our courses in a very particular format, that the courses which are being offered to our universities, in our university, basically for bachelor's or in master's, all these courses are in high demand for their jobs as well.
Yes, I noticed that. So,
So regardless that be in healthcare, the hub of UAE, regardless it would be on project management course, IT, marketing, anything. You have all companies in UAE.
Yeah.
All of their headquarters might not be there, but all of their subquarters or eventually a sub
huge offices
branch,
there. Yeah.
huge offices, 5-star facilities with some of the untouched market which you are actually unaware about, and the tremendous opportunities.
I just think, the immense networking opportunities the students would have, mingling and working with peers from all around the world, that in itself would be such a great experience
Absolutely.
for them to build their career.
building a good network with your professors would help you a lot.
Yes.
That is something
yes.
students should usually do from
Yeah.
their first day,
Yeah.
because professors has already a good network in their own domains.
Yeah.
They're well equipped with everything. That's the reason we have chosen those professors with our universities
Yeah.
as well.
So
Building-
where are those? Sorry to interrupt, but where are those academics or professors from? You have, again, I guess they come from all parts of the world as well,
Yes.
with their experience, extreme, levels of experience to match. Okay, that's really good. Good to know. So I think you've just about covered everything, Manish. So thank you so much for coming this afternoon. And look, I'm sure I can tell all our students and the parents that please come and see us here at Blue Sky, and we'll connect you with Manish. And if you have any queries, our counselors will not only be able to tell you more about Britts Imperial University College in the UAE, but also let you speak to Manish, and he'll be there to help you all throughout the process. So thank you, everyone, and thank you so much, Manish. So I look forward to meeting you again.
Definitely, it
Sometime
was a
in the
pleasure
future.
having
Yeah.
you as well. And this is my first time in Kolkata. It was a pleasure meeting you guys as well.
Oh, look, we're so happy to have you. Thank you.
Thank you
Okay.
so much.